Hello everyone, and welcome back to Lovely Grind. My name is Michael Prevey, and my website is lovelygrind.com. That's where you're going to find blog posts about health, healing, and happiness, and that's also where you're going to find information about my coaching sessions, so you can message me through that website, request more information, and I would be happy to get in contact with you and perhaps talk further with you. Thanks for tuning into this YouTube channel. Thanks for watching these videos about prescription drug withdrawal and surviving that withdrawal. My withdrawal story involved Paxil and Xanax, which I took for nearly a decade and a half for anxiety. Got off those around my mid-30s, went through a somewhat protracted withdrawal, but I found improvements, I found increased faith, found increased health, and I found healing. And so I'm making these videos to share that evidence of healing with all of you. Now, the topic of today's video is how to manage the fear that is a part of the withdrawal process. It was a part of the process for me, and it is for everyone. There's kind of that organic fear that can be a very real symptom of just our systems being in flux as we come off these medications. And then there's the fears like, will I ever get better? Or is there something about my story that dooms me? Or, how will I look in 3 years or in 5 years? Okay, so how do we deal with that fear? Well, there's a lot of ways that we actually can improve and manage the fear. Doesn't mean we can always make it disappear, but we can help ourselves to manage it. And today I'm just going to focus on one of them, and that's on controlling the sorts of information that we take in on a daily basis. We really do have control over what we watch, over what we read, over the people that we speak with and listen to. And that goes for the topic of withdrawal, and it goes for the topic of healing, and it goes for life at large in general. Years ago, even as I was just making the decision to get off the meds, I was beginning to limit my access to news. For a while I was like a political news junkie, and I used to, look at a lot of news online, and you can just tell after a while it has a detrimental effect on your psyche. We have a negativity bias as human beings that we have to combat, and the media feeds that and plays into it. So we have the absolute power to shut it down and say, I'm not watching this stuff today. It doesn't matter. My life has, I can guarantee you, I haven't missed anything from not watching the news that much over the last 8 years or whatever. It doesn't mean I don't know what's going on in the world. I just limit things, for my own mental health. So the same principle applies to withdrawal and healing. If you're spending time in places online that are causing you anxiety, then be honest about that and stop spending so much time in those places. If looking at health topics or withdrawal topics in general is causing you more anxiety, then spend less time in those places. Because as you heal, you don't want to hang out in the hospital all the time. If you want to feel good, you don't always want to be around sick people 24 hours a day. And that's not to say there shouldn't be a sense of community fostered around this topic. And there shouldn't be people reassuring others and sharing information. But you're going to know in your gut when it's no longer doing you any good to be thinking or talking about withdrawal and symptoms 24/7. And that's when it's time to step back and begin just looking at more general sources of inspiration that aren't even related to withdrawal, and more general, better health topics that aren't even related to withdrawal. And that's going to help that fear. That's going to help that fear, and so is when you do look at things about withdrawal, look at positive stuff. Look at stories of healing. Really take a lot of comfort from the fact that others like myself have gone through it and gotten better. And the story doesn't need to look just like you. No two people will ever look exactly the same. Just know that healing happens, and it can happen for you just as it's happened for others. So those are two important ways to help manage that fear that comes with withdrawal. Limit your own access to negative or anxiety-producing information, both online and in your personal life. And also remember to focus on the reality of healing that's been presented by other people. Even if it doesn't look exactly like your story, doesn't matter. The reality is it can happen for others, it can happen for you. I hope that this video has helped you a little bit today and perhaps helped to ease some of your fear by seeing someone who's gone through the situation before talking to you today and feeling good. My name is Michael Prevey. My website is lovelygrind.com. Please visit that site, sign up for my free newsletter about health and healing, message me about coaching if you'd like more information, and as always, please subscribe to this YouTube channel, and remember to take care of yourself and your dreams.